Hey, I just got my Foster Youth Rights Handbook. It has information about my rights while I'm in foster care. I want to show you what's in it, so let's check it out. This is the Foster Youth Rights Handbook. Your social worker or your probation officer is supposed to give you a copy of the handbook and explain anything in it that you don't understand. They should give it to you at least every 6 months and whenever you ask for it. You can also find a copy of it on the website. The handbook was put together so you could learn what your rights are and what to do if someone violates your rights. That way, you could speak up for yourself and fight for things you need. While you're in foster care, you have rights about things like visiting family, taking certain kinds of medicine, playing sports at school, and a lot of other things. It's important for you to know what they are. In California, there are more than 40 rights that are just for foster youth. All these laws together make up the Foster Youth Bill of Rights. I'm not going to show you every single page of the handbook, but I will show you the easiest way to find what you're looking for. So let's start on page 2, how to use this handbook. To make these laws easier to understand, they are grouped together into topics, like personal rights and family connections. You'll see these little pictures called icons throughout the handbook and on the website. The icons help you find the topic. The main thing that we want you to know is that the rights in this handbook are the law, and they are here to protect you. If you feel like your rights are being violated, you can call one of the phone numbers at the bottom of page 2. Violating your rights means that someone doesn't respect or follow your rights. Ombudsperson is a long word that you may not have heard of before, but just know that an ombudsperson is someone whose job it is to make sure your rights as a foster youth are not violated. Today, I'm going to show you how to find your rights in this handbook. Let's go to page 3, the table of contents. This lists all the topics and the page numbers so you can flip to the page you need. You can see here how the rights are grouped into topics so you can find answers to questions that are important to you. If you find words that you do not understand, you can go to definitions on page 42 through 47 and on page 48. There's also legal language about your rights. Legal language is confusing, so the handbook is written in a way that's easier to understand. But remember, everything in this handbook is still law, even if it's not in legal language. Let's find out more about your rights. Let's say you have a question about whether you can visit your brother or sister. In the table of contents, find connections with family and friends, and you'll see that information about this starts on page 11. When you go to page 11, you can see your question and also see other questions about your family and friends. These are all the rights to help you stay connected to the people you care about in your life. You can do this for any question or topic you want to learn more about. So, be sure to look at all the pages in the handbook. You might see some answers to questions that are on your mind. Another cool thing about this handbook is that there are activities throughout that help you learn about your rights, like the word search on page 15. You'll also see that there are some pages where you can write down information that you do not want to forget. If you want to write down the phone numbers of your doctors, for instance, you can do that on page 26 in the health topic group. Like we said before, it is important to know who to call if you feel like your rights are being violated. Pages 40 and 41 have a list of contact numbers to call. Here's the definition section that I told you about before. You can look up the meaning of any words you don't understand in the handbook. And here on page 48 is the legal language we told you about. Don't forget, everything in this handbook is the law, even if it's not in legal language. I want to show you something else. On page 55 is a form called JV 218, a child's opinion about the medicine. This form gives you a way to tell the judge what you think about the medicine that a doctor wants you to take. You don't have to use it, but it can help make sure the judge knows what you think. And now I want to show you the signature page. This is where you sign so everyone knows that your social worker or probation officer did talk with you about your rights in a way that you understand. It is the law that they talk with you about them because they are so important. This form has to be signed to prove that this talk happened. Thanks for letting me show you how to use the Foster Youth Rights Handbook. Be sure to visit the website for more information. It's pretty cool, and share this information with other foster youth.